Yo, what's up guys? In today's video, we'll be checking out the new update. So we got a new limited, the $500,000 2024 McLaren Artura Spider, the $350,000 2023 McLaren S50S Coupe, the $65,000 2012 Jaguar XKR-S Coupe, and the $55,000 2017 Land Rover Range Rover SV Autobiography. All of these are from the cars over here. So now we're at the dealership, and to look at the new vehicles, you just go over here. You'll see the 4 new vehicles. Let's see how they are. So for the 2017 Range Rover for $55,000, these are the stats that you'll get, which aren't too bad. This is how the car looks like. Let's explode it. So I think it has 4 seats. It has pretty good detail. Let's see the startup now. So yeah, startup isn't too bad. It's pretty nice, I would say. So moving on to the 2012 Jaguar for $65,000, which isn't too bad for the stats, I would say. It performs very similar to the Audi probably, since the stats are pretty similar. I think the braking and handling is even better. And the Audi cost around $200 something thousand. So let's see how it looks like when it's exploded. I think it has 2 seats, and it's pretty nice detail. I like how it looks like. It looks pretty nice. So let's see the startup now. Okay, so the startup is pretty nice. It's not anything too special, but it's pretty nice, I would say. So now let's move on to the 2023 McLaren S50S Coupe for $350,000. The stats on this car aren't anything too special, but they're pretty nice. It's pretty standard, I would say. The car looks very nice. It has a good amount of detail. I like how it looks like. Me personally, I probably wouldn't buy it because of the stats. The stats aren't like too special, I would say, but they're not too bad either, since it's only for $350,000. But let's explode the vehicle. So it has 2 seats. The engine is obviously in the back. It looks pretty nice, I would say. So let's see the startup now. So yeah, the startup isn't too bad, I would say. You also have the option to rev it here. So let's rev it. It sounds pretty nice, especially when you rev it. There's not much to say about this car other than it looks pretty nice and it has pretty good stats. It's a pretty good McLaren, I would say, since most of the McLarens aren't too expensive, other than like the $20 million one. But even one of the starter cars is like around the stats of this, but it costs around $200,000 if you want to like sell it or buy it. So for these stats, $350,000 is not too bad at all. We could see from the Audis that the Audis were much more expensive, I would say, for like worse stats, and that update came out last week, so it was still a recent update. And so now let's move on to the 2024 McLaren Artura Spider, which is the limited vehicle. So it's already, at the time of this recording, 9,000 sold, and this is the first day, so there's still 13 days left. It looks very nice. It's very cheap, since the Porsche was $2.5 million and it was around the same stats as this. So I would probably get this if I were you. If you don't mind buying it and not being able to sell it, I would definitely buy it, since it looks very nice. A lot of people are probably gonna get it because of the stats and how it looks like. But let's see how it looks exploded. It looks pretty nice. It's also convertible, since you could like take down the roof top. And now we can see the startup. So the startup is very nice. You also have the option to rev it. I like how it sounds. It's pretty nice. It's also pretty detailed. Most of the cars in Driving Empire are very detailed. So I like the attention to detail for the new cars, especially since they all look very nice. So as you can see, there's 13 days left, and with 10,000 copies already sold, and this one was $2.5 million and sold out just a week ago. And these were the stats. So I'm probably gonna expect it to go up to like around 80,000 or maybe 100,000 copies. Since actually probably more, because look at this one, $1.2 million. It has similar stats to this, and yeah, so it's probably gonna have a lot of copies. Usually when there's a limited, you should probably wait for the end to see if it's worth it or not. That's what I would recommend. I really like the new cars, especially the limited. It's very nice. I might buy it next video or not, but I'll have to see, because they're not too good, but they're not too bad either. I would say for the price is very good, but I gotta see, because I've been spending a lot of money on the new videos, like upgrading all the new Audi cars, which cost me around like 1.5 million. Also, if I'm gonna buy the car, I'm probably just gonna fully upgrade it and then make a video on like how it performs when it's fully maxed out, since a lot of people are probably gonna buy this car and want to see if it's worth it or not. So I might have to just like do that video just for you guys to like see if it's good or not, or if it's like worth it, I guess. I like the recent updates, how they've like implemented more cars into the game, and they're still very detailed. They make like a weekly update, and they do bug fixes, which is all nice. One thing that I didn't like was how they removed the ice, but because I think that is still like a little bit too early, I would say. It's still, winter's still not over. So yeah, winter's still not over, I would say. So they kind of removed it with the Winter Fest, which I guess like they both go kind of together. But they've also implemented like bug fixes, which is very nice. I like how the developers have been doing with this game, and they've been keeping like everything kind of fresh. I feel like they should add probably a new race next, but I think we're getting more vehicles this week or next week, maybe in like a few days, like a new licensed vehicle or something. But we'll have to be like ready for that. Also, one thing that I would probably fix about the limiteds is that they probably should add it for like a day or so, because as you guys can see, it gets like enough sales in a day. Or maybe they should like make it more expensive or something to make it like actually limited, because in a whole 13 days you'll make your mind about it and make the money back. But other than that, I like the new cars that they've been releasing. They've also changed a few prices on vehicles, I think, and they've also made this loading screen, which I like, for when you're going into a race, or like when you're customizing, you go over here and then it just says like loading, it shows a screen, and then you see like the actual thing. It makes it a little bit worse but a little bit better at the same time, since I don't think it really has to like load in that much. Before it was definitely quicker, I would say, but now it's a little bit, it takes a little bit more time on the loading screens, which I don't like too much, but I like the loading screens in general. So yeah guys, that's it for today's video. Peace out.